Hello, I'm Chris Newsom. I'm your Green Party candidate. The reason I'm standing is I think I can make a real difference. I want to be able to demonstrate there is a better way of doing things. People are tired of the old politics. I'm sure you are probably too. Disillusioned, promises never fulfilled, lack of vision. There seems to be a general lethargy about our political system in general. And just suppose that we could do things differently. Just suspend for a minute your doubts about this. Let me take you on a little bit of a journey. I say we can do things better. We can do that if we release the creativity, the ingenuity, and the willingness of ordinary people like you and I to make the change we need to see. We see more and more and growing inequality. But more than that, we see that so many people are never able to use their talents and skills. All their ideas seem to go by the wayside. In fact, most people have given up the idea of actually having ideas. So our vision is very limited. Our vistas are very limited. But if we were to go to the top of this hill that I'm suggesting, we could see a new view, a view that would really be inspiring. We are a people in transition. Now we might be doubtful about what that transition is, but we do need to change. Our climate's a mess, and it's suffering because of humans and what we're doing to the planet. That's very serious. It's not to be underestimated how serious that is. But that doesn't mean that we need to go into gloom and doom. In fact, it's probably the greatest opportunity we're ever going to have. And that change can actually benefit us all. It can bring newness, it can bring freshness, it can bring new thinking. That's what I'm looking for. That's not my thinking. I'm no expert, I don't have all the answers. But the people out there do have the answers. And when we're given the opportunity, we can do great things. Governments, successive governments, have been very cynical about our vote. Every 5 years we go out and we put our cross in the box, thinking that that's democracy. It's not. It's an illusion. And I'll tell you why. Real democracy, as I'm talking about, is having people included, having people with ideas, people sharing, people developing new ways of doing things. Not just for financial gain or personal benefit, but for the good of all, the common good. That's perhaps an oft-used expression that's lost its meaning, but common good is something worthwhile. That's good for people, that's good for the planet, that's good for our families, that's good for our children and our children's children. That's real prosperity, not just having more money in your pocket or being able to buy more goods in the sales. That's not prosperity. That's an illusion. That's actually damaging to our planet and our people. The Greens have some really radical ideas. Take a look. Have a look for yourself. Don't take my word for it. I want to talk to you during this campaign and show you that there is a different way of doing things. That's very simple. I want to get my message across. Even though the media might want to ignore what the Greens are saying, call us some side party that's irrelevant and that it's still a two-party system. No, that's not the case anymore. We can see that a lot of things have changed. The Scottish referendum showed that when ordinary people come out, they can get very excited about the prospects of change. Now that might have not worked out to the benefit of the Scottish people, but at least it showed what democracy can do. really people engaged in their own future and their own welfare. We're fed up with 0 hours contract or no jobs at all, within affordable housing, people living on handouts from the food banks. That's not the way. That's not the way we should be living in the 21st century. And certainly the Greens think that's the case too. There are things that we want to keep in public ownership, and the NHS is one of them. That's so very valuable to us. In 1947, when the National Health Service came into existence, that was supposed to be a time of austerity, but we afforded it. There was a political will to do it. We want to restore that will and the passion to be good to people and to include people, not leave people out. So the disabled and those living in vulnerable situations do not have to pay for what others do as they ride on their backs. No, that's not the way. The green way is for all people to share in real prosperity. Come with me on this journey. Hear more about it. Thank you.